Hey guys, so I'm going to create a demo video going over the Wix Accessibility Wizard, and today's demo is basically just going to teach you how to use the wizard. So we'll do a quick recap of what accessibility is. We have gone over what accessibility is earlier in the semester, but I do want to touch on it again. It's basically the process of optimizing your site so that people with disabilities can use your site with ease. We're talking about vision and hearing disabilities. There are some other ones that you should probably consider, but those are the main ones that we consider. So people with lower vision that use screen readers to scan your site, and those screen readers allow them to use your website. Typically alt tags and color contrasts checks are some of the main things we can do to help low vision viewers or people that are completely blind use your site with more ease. And then also, like, another example might be like for the hearing impaired, if we had a video with sound, we want to have captions for that video so that they could read the captions, because obviously their ears don't work. So that would be making your videos accessible, would be adding captions for those that are audio impaired. So those are just some examples of what we do for accessibility. Typically, like I said, it's alt text and color contrast checks. Alt text describes the images and should also hopefully include a keyword or two for SEO purposes. So not only is alt text good for accessibility, but it's also good for SEO. So it helps search engines find your site with greater ease, helps you rank a little higher in the list. So adding alt text is very important. To all of your images, you want to add that. So to access the accessibility wizard, let's go to settings, accessibility wizard, and then typically you have to push scan your site. I've already kind of gone through some of these because I was looking in here earlier when I was creating my demo, but I'm going to have to move this over. Okay. So typically what we'll see in here are heading errors, which I actually don't have any heading description errors in my site, but you might have a few. And it basically means you've just not used your headings properly. So you'll want to use an H1 on every page, just one. And hopefully that H1 includes a keyword, if possible. So a keyword would be what your viewers are searching for on Google to find your site. So if they're looking for like a 10-speed bike, your H1 on that page should hopefully have something to do with a 10-speed bike, so that they can, so that Google can rank that page higher in the search engine results. H2s are good for subheadings, so make sure you are using your heading tags correctly on your pages. Blind people use heading tags to scan content with their screen readers. And then the screen readers, use those H1 tags to kind of summarize what's on that page. Then they go down to the H2 to summarize the sections of content on that page. And then if they are interested in a certain section, then they can go a little bit level deeper into the paragraph tags and then read the paragraph tags. So it helps people navigate your site to put your headings in there correctly, and obviously your paragraph tags in there right as well, and just have good structure to your website for people using screen readers. So let's go, since I don't have any heading issues, and you might not either, but I do want to show you, so if we go to the page drop down here and go to our story page, we do want to look at this page. I want to show you a quick thing here. So if I X out of the accessibility wizard, I can show you. So if I click on this text and go to edit text, it will take me to the text settings, and you can see that this is an H1. That's the style of it, okay? And that's the style that you use in your theme. So it makes it look a certain way, it gives it a certain color, a certain font, and that's actually been established in the site design area of your site. Same place where we define the colors for our site and things like that. But actually, if you scroll down in here, this would be actually closed up. So I'm actually going to close all these up so that I think for the most part this would be closed up. So if we scroll down and go to SEO and accessibility, this is where we can actually change this to an H1 tag. If we decided our story is not very descriptive, so I kind of want to make it an H2. And I actually want to make the H1, if I edit this, I can scroll down. I want to make this one, even though it's a paragraph as far as the style goes, I actually want to make this the H1 of the web page because it's way more descriptive. A boho clothing store located in Havre, Montana. It just has more information in it for an H1 tag for the Our Story page than Our Story does. So I think it makes more sense to make this the actual H1, even though it's styled as a paragraph. And this to be the H2. And then let's just take a look at this text and make sure paragraph 2, that's fine, and that it is a P tag. So the actual HTML tag is settable down here at the bottom of the text settings. So you might want to go through and decide on each of your pages of your site, like what makes the most sense for your H1, H2 paragraph tags. You know, what's more descriptive as an H1 tag, and actually maybe, you know, maybe setting the style differently than what the SEO and accessibility HTML tag is, and actually making H1 tags more descriptive and include more keywords just for SEO purposes, and also to help those people with screen readers get to the heart of the message really on that page. Okay, so let's go back. I'm going to go back into the accessibility wizard. I just wanted to show you that really quick. So let's open up one of these color contrast issues here. So it says the text is not quite to the contrast that we need, the background of the text. So we need to make sure it's at higher than 4.5, which it actually is. But as you can see, it is changing this section, so I can make the background a lot darker, and now the contrast is 8.49 instead of 4.5, so we'll apply those changes. And so this is really pretty easy to go through and improve. So let's see, this is the text, so we want it to be higher than 4.5, so I've made the text quite a bit lighter. I'm not quite sure where that's affecting on the site, but apply changes. And then you can add alt text to images. Now, alt text on media libraries, so this is more of like a gallery, I guess, not a media library, but a gallery, so a collection of images. So this is a section that was added that's probably a gallery type. But we can go to Manage Media button here, and then you can see, you know, our gallery. And if we click on these images individually, we can actually add descriptions here and the alt text. So we want to describe what's going on in our image. So I could say, like, this is the Tom's, I'm just making this up, but Tom's gator leather shoe on cement floor. You know, so this could be considered a keyword because I'm actually naming the brand and type, you know, or product name, gator leather shoe. So this would be the brand, and then this is the product name. Oops. Here, gator leather shoe. I just made this up. And then I am still describing what's going on in the image. So not only am I putting in a keyword here that clients might actually, or viewers might be looking for, but I'm also describing what's going on in the image. So yeah, you can add those in, alt text. So let's see. Something like that. So I'm envisioning, you know, that this is telling what's going on in the image. It's relatively short, but it's also maybe putting a product name in there, which is helpful. And then, you know, we'll keep going, adding descriptive text with some keywords in the alt text. It helps with SEO and accessibility to add alt text, so just remember that. I'm just going to say let's say the textured wool coat is the actual name of the product. I don't know what it is, but and then we can push done. And so that can help with that. So basically what you would do is you would just go through each one of these issues and you would fix each one of these issues. And by the time you get to the end of it, it will give you another set of suggestions for increasing accessibility on your site. And you just have to go through those as well. I don't want to get rid of all of mine because I actually want to use this as the demo in class for face-to-face students tomorrow. So I'm not actually going to get rid of all of these, but you will see at the end of this, once you've actually done the process, you can get this down to basically nothing. No color contrast problems, no alt text issues, and hopefully no header description issues. I'm not sure if it's picking up on header description issues. I thought that it would, but I haven't seen it on my site anyway. But so just go as far as you can with it, then go through the extra list that they send you, and then when you're done, you publish your site. And you should be able to go back into Settings, Accessibility Wizard, and then rescan your site. So let's see here, I'm going to publish my site, done, and then Settings, Accessibility Wizard. Looks like I'm already in here. Maybe if I X out of it, and then Settings, Accessibility Wizard. You can see that it is showing that I have resolved some of these issues, okay? So, also with the alt text, I would suggest always adding that as you add your images to your site. It's better to just do it as you go along than have to do it all at once in the Accessibility Wizard if possible. So anyway, that's basically kind of the gist on how to use the Accessibility Wizard. So when you are done using the Accessibility Wizard, just remember to take a screenshot and show me that that it's been resolved, that your site is accessible.